Hi everyone, this is the internet's favorite friend or foe, Trisha Cheeks, and I'm really excited to get into our 6th episode of Lunch at the Unfriendly Black Hotties table. This is a very, very exciting episode. This is our first roundtable discussion with voice actors and script writers in the audio erotica space, and we've got some heavy hitters on the roundtable discussion, starting off with Gaia, Carrie, and Billy Yonder Cyrus, who's very prolific on Reddit and on Blue Sky. All their information and everything that we talk about is going to be underneath you in this little blog post here. And this is definitely an episode you want to share with your favorite creatives, because we really dive into the topics of diversity, inclusion, making people feel seen and heard, listening to your audience, and doing this for the love of the game. And that's really what we want to advocate for and what we're talking about. So I hope you guys listen to the roundtable, and also right after the roundtable we go into, I guess you can call it a classic episode of Lunch at the Unfriendly Black Hotties table, where we kind of do a commentary on some of the questions, give our feedback, and then we also have our Tenderoni of the week and a really fun game of Hear Me Out and Death by Snoo Snoo that you're not going to want to miss. On behalf of the crew and I, thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy this episode. And if you haven't yet, like and subscribe, because why not? I'm asking you nicely too. Thank you. Bye. You're giggling already, so.
I'm sorry.
Hey everybody, this is Trisha Cheeks, the infamous Trisha Cheeks. Welcome to episode 6 of the Lunch at the Unfriendly Black Hotties table podcast. This is a special show where we're gonna be having a little round table first, and then we're gonna get into it with the girls right after this. But we're really excited to have the script writers and performers we have here today. And so I'd like to introduce each one of them now. Gaia, I'll start with you.
Hi. Hi, my name is Gaia.
Good start.
I'm going to giggle. Sorry. Yeah, I am a script writer predominantly and an audio erotica enthusiast. I'm really just a self-love bully, but I also like audio erotica. And
we're going to write down self-love bullying.
I am. Like, I'm going to make you like yourself.
Or at least touch yourself and like it.
I'm going to harass you like a man at a gas station is what's going to happen.
Is the man at the gas station cute? Because they usually aren't.
I like to think I am.
In my fantasy, I mean, I am, but is the guy hitting on you cute? I know you are. Yes. Okay, yeah, he's hot.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah. So I write for a few different platforms. Mm-hmm. Quinn and Undercovers Audios and Magic Wave, and I have a lot of scripts on Reddit as well. Yeah, so I play predominantly on Instagram, and my handle there is Goddess Menace Gaia. And then my Reddit page, which I had to redo because nobody knew what my name was on there, is Goddess and Menace Gaia. So if you get some form of Goddess Menace and Gaia, you can find me in a lot of places.
We're also going to have all this information on the Substack, so it'll be clicky and easy to find.
That's easier.
And what's your favorite tag?
My favorite tag to listen to or to write?
Either one. Listen to and write. Just do both. Carrie, you can do both too.
My favorite tag to listen to, I'm always going to listen to an audio with an impregnation tag.
All right.
That's my jam. That's my jam.
Yes, hot.
My favorite to write is probably just, ironically, like Slice of Life. I'm real squishy. Like, it's going to be filthy, but then there'll be a little romance in there too.
We love a slutty golden retriever. We've got one on the line.
That's what it is.
Like, yeah, we've got one on the line.
One on the do we? Is that
yeah?
What
we're gonna. Yeah, thank you, guys. We segue into the slutty golden retriever, Billy. Hello. It's a compliment,
Hello.
Billy.
Hi. Hi. I don't mind being called a dog or anything like that, so
Roof.
you know.
Noted.
Jotting that down. My alma mater barks. So if I bark at you, don't get mad. All right, Billy, introduce us to yourself. You have so many fans, but any new fans
Thank you.
that might hear you, go ahead.
I'm Billy Andre VA, or you can find me as Billy Andre Cyrus on Reddit. That was my first handle. I'm a voice actor, scriptwriter, and streamer. You can find me on my socials on Twitch, on Blue Sky. It's Billy Andre VA. And was it my favorite tag?
Yeah.
I love Leandre, but mutual obsession is like very hot. Like I love when two people are just like insane for each other. So that's one of my favorite things to write and also like voice act as well.
Peak yearning, peak yearning. Well,
Yes.
some writers in this group might have something for you. Thank you, Billy. Thank you for joining us. Carrie, hello.
Hello. Hi. My name is Carrie, and my socials are all Carrie Reads Romance on Reddit and Instagram mostly. Um, I am a scriptwriter. I'm predominantly on Quinn, but also a little bit on Reddit and Patreon as well. I have about 30 audios, creeping up on a quarter or half a million listens too. So
Get
that's
it.
coming up soon.
Get it.
Um,
Nice.
um, and my favorite tag to write is probably curve appreciation, even though I don't like the nomenclature of that tag. And my favorite one to listen to is begging.
Yes.
Yeah, would you like
We love a
a
man who
Becky
can
yearner?
beg.
I do. I do.
I'm just gonna throw mine out there. I do like breeding. So I'm gonna copy Gaia and say, impreg. And then that's my favorite to listen to. My favorite to write is like I do like that kind of yearning, obsessive component where like your man is just all about you, the listener, inside and out, and just like wants to pleasure every facet of you. I'm kind of obsessed with that. I write that a lot. Yay, great. Thanks for joining us, guys. This is going to be a fun one. So I guess I'll start here, and I'll start with Carrie. Carrie, how did you happen to begin writing or performing audio erotica?
Okay, I started in the fan space. So I started as a listener, and I was really unhappy actually with, at least on Quinn, the way that the curve appreciation tag was approached by a lot of people. I felt like the stories were not including people in bigger bodies, but about people who are in bigger bodies, if that makes sense. So, like,
Yeah.
all of the audios seemed to be, the storyline was a woman or the listener is insecure or upset about their body in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
And the story was that the voice actor was going to prove that they were a wonderful person by still being attracted to their partner and would cure them of all of their insecurity with their magical dick. And so I wanted to write.
Why are you?
I was
You
so
about to piss me off
I was so
already.
tired of hearing that.
Yeah. Yeah. We all hate that one.
Don't piss me
And so I said, I think I could write something better than this. And there was a new VA at the time on Quinn who had done kind of a curve appreciation audio. And I went, I wonder if he would do an audio that I wrote. And so I wrote my first script. I had no idea how to format it. I didn't know what I was doing whatsoever. And just approached him and said, hey, would you look at this? And if you want it, you can have it and perform it. And um, he did. And that was the start. And that was a little over a year ago.
Right on. Right on.
Nice.
Guy, what about you?
Love it. What about me? So yeah, like Carrie, and of course that me and Carrie bonded over curve appreciation anyway, because we are both the watch out for the big girls.
Oh
And
yeah, I join you in that triumvirate.
yes. Yeah, I was when I first started listening to Audio Rocket. It was a problem. I was like, oh, what is this? Let me pound it 24/7 for. Like,
That's what she said.
Yes. And
it's gonna happen.
That's how she lives.
and live like please. And so same thing, like as I was listening, and I love audio erotica, like all kinds of things. And there aren't many things that I won't at least listen to. But as I was listening, and I'm a loud about being happy Black woman, there were just there was kind of a gap in things, and it's a discussion we have a lot about audio erotica, just like having inclusive language. And I'm fine, like I'm a grown-ass woman, like I can imagine things that aren't there, but it kept coming up in certain circles of audio erotica that there was a lot of language being used that was just not inclusive. And I'm the type of person who will just like deal with something for a long time, and one day I snap about it. I'm like, oh, we're gonna conquer the world. And that's kind of how it was with switching from being a listener to starting to write, because I know that I can write in general. And I thought, you know what, I'm so tired of hearing people complaining about these audios not having inclusive language. Like maybe I should just write something. And then that's what happened. And because of the general nonsense of my Instagram, I had a lot of followers that were VAs. And so I just built rapport with a lot of them, and I thought, you know what, let me write something. I was actually sitting in the Istanbul airport, and I was like, I'm gonna write this. And so I did, and then I just like slid it to one of my VA friends, and I was like, what do you think about that? And he's like, I'm gonna use this. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let's do that. Which was fun. And that's how I found out about old Billy over there, when I was terrified of using Reddit. But I was looking for audios for Black listeners, and I was like, oh, homeboy got some bankers over here.
Straight bankers.
And but that was the thing. I was like, clearly this is not something that can't be done, so let me just do it. And so I did, and here we are. And then let me see, my first script got turned into an audio in December, and since then we've had about 35, I think, we're rolling around on.
Nice.
Now all over the place. It's been fun. It has kept me far busier than I intended to, since I'm at my real job in a tent in Asia right now. But you know,
and because you're a spy, Guy is a spy, you guys.
Tanita thinks I'm a spy, and so I'm just gonna.
She's like Carmen Sandiego, except not an art thief.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
I do not steal art.
Just hearts.
But do you have the sweet outfit with the hat and the trench coat?
Carrie,
there's nothing on
my outfits on Instagram, so
there's nothing on underneath the trench coat.
I imagine you like scaling buildings, like with your AirPods in, just listening to like audios, just
Billy,
in the middle of missions.
I got too much thigh meat to be scaling a building, but
hey, now
I will like climb on a camel and trek through a pyramid. And
now they do make those kind of, I don't want to say a gimp suit, but those little latex spy suits, like a gimp suit, I love latex, like Catherine Zeta-Jones and the movie where she goes under the lasers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. We can do it, because just because we got thighs don't mean we can't scale things.
You want me to put this booty under a low lace, girl?
Mine's just as big as yours. Anyway,
let me act right.
Billy.
What? Hey, Billy. Hey.
Billy, how did you happen? Billy, how did you happen into this world of audio erotica that we love so much?
It's kind of weird, because I originally started as a writer. I was really into the whole like yandere thing, obviously, and I just like binged like a fuck ton of audios, and I kind of ran out, because I would like listen to them before bed and just fall asleep to these like very mean women doing terrible things to me. and
Oh, well, we
I
also
just
have some of that here too. So
Don't listen. Be nice to the boy first.
and I was just like, well, I like writing, and I feel like I should contribute back. And so I started just sort of just writing what I thought would be fun, and my scripts sort of like started doing really well, and people were filling them. And after a while, I kind of wanted to dabble with like writing like M for F scripts, but I'm very particular about the type of men's voices that I listen to, and I was like, I don't know if I have the strength to like listen to all of the fills and stuff. So I was like, well, what if I just like recorded it? Because I had a podcast before I had done anything in the audio world, and so I was like, well, my voice is okay, like it's fine. So I did one, and it did pretty well. It was like a daddy one, and people really liked it, and I just had some friends who encouraged me to keep doing it, and then like a year and a half later, here I am. So
we love encouraging
Has it
friends.
only been a year and a half?
yeah, I started in December 2024.
That's chaotic.
No, 2023. Yeah, December 2023.
It does feel like it's been a year and a half since December 2024. In your defense,
Sure.
it is. It has been a long year this week.
It's been 84 years.
Yeah. I feel like I'm on a life raft in the North Atlantic. Billy, I'll keep it on you. How easy or difficult is it to add inclusive language to your work? Gaia kind of mentioned before your banger list of audios for Black women. How easy or difficult was it to lean into that and to keep doing it?
To be honest, and I always say this, and I feel it's funny. It's the easiest shit in the world, honestly. Like, like I think, it's at first like kind of when you think about it, you're like, oh God, I don't want to upset anyone. But after, so I when I first when I was kind of getting established, I noticed that I did have a lot of Black listeners like communicating to me and talking to me. And that was sort of why I wanted to get more inclusive in how I made my audios and stuff. And I was like, well, like y'all have supported me like since day one, basically. So let me make something for you. And so I just flat out asked, like, I was just like, hey, like this is for my Black listeners. Like, what language or like things in audios really puts you off or makes you feel excluded? What are things that make you feel included? And I was like kind of like taken aback at how easy it was. They're like, well, don't use blushing because not all of us, have the same complexion. Like, don't mention hair because we all have very different hair. It's safe to not pull hair in an audio unless it's yours. When you're talking about bodies, like, don't start saying things like, oh, I love your, chocolate skin, like, which to me is always crazy because like I've never. Like, that's never been, like, a natural... Like, I've slept with all sorts of people in my life. And I've never, like, been with someone and been like, damn, this is what I want to say right now. So I always found that funny when people are like, don't say that. And I'm like, well, who would... Like, who's out here? That's the craziest thing to me, So it's just, like, regardless of the person's, skin color or whatever, like, I've just never felt the desire to just, like, I never been with like a like a white woman been like, God, I want to lick your mayonnaise skin. Like, it's just like I've just never, like, maybe I don't know, like maybe I'm different, but like I've just never, like, that's never, like,
No.
I've never felt that in my chest and needed to say that. So
Why would you feel that?
And I'll link
Oh,
you guys
listen,
to the thread, 'cause
mayonnaise.
it's really
Mayonnaise skin, bro.
Carrie, let me get
'Cause
that
it's-
mayonnaise again.
because it's
Listen, I am the color of mayonnaise. So
Let me get them.
I love it.
Let me
I
get them
relate
cottage.
to that.
Let me
Okay.
get them cottage
You're-
cheese cakes.
I need some of that Miracle Whip, please.
No, you provide the Miracle Whip, Billy.
Oh no! Oh,
Billy,
But,
we've already discussed this. Come on.
where
Now.
are we?
um,
No, I'm just kidding.
This is the Black friendly.
Yeah, I just posted. I posted on Reddit and on Twitter and stuff, and like I'll send you guys the thread too, because it's very simple.
Please.
And like I don't, and it's so simple that I just do it with all my audios. Like, Like I sometimes run out of room, but like ever since that thread, I pretty much just have followed those rules. So like technically all of my audios are POC friendly.
Nice.
And yeah, it's just very easy. Like you just change words. Like instead of saying blush, you can say flustered or embarrassed, or you're getting really shy, or stop covering your face. Like I can see you smiling. Like it's very, and it doesn't like distract or make anyone else feel excluded when you change that language. So I personally think it's like very easy. I think when it comes to making audios for Black listeners, it can be a little tricky because Black women are not a monolith. Like
True.
So there's a little bit of like, it just depends on kind of what you want to include. I still try to like kind of exclude hair, and if I am going to include hair, it's like usually I'll say something like textured, or like use something that's not like so just like, I don't know what the word is like only one type of person, like
Specific.
one type of hair. Yeah, so specific. Thank you. But I personally, I think people are just scared of like, it's just this like fear that they're gonna upset someone, and from my experience, it's like anytime I've like felt unsure about something, I simply ask.
What?
Yeah, like, and it's the same for trans content. It's the same for
Communication to these communities. What?
Yeah, this is how I phrase it to a lot of VAs. I say, you need to make content that's what they want and not what you think they want. Like, you need to ask them exactly, like, what is it that turns you on? Because they're going to tell you, because they want more good porn. They're not going to be shy about it.
Honest, what's happening right
you know what I mean? So, yeah.
A follow-up question to that. Now, when you do have specific tags, well, I have two follow-up questions. When you do have specific tags, and non-Black or people of color listeners, do they get offended when you do straight, oh, this is my, Black woman audio? Do they get offended? Do they are they turned off? Or members of your audience who are not?
Do.
Yeah.
It's a little weird and I'm always just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because like, it's, to me, it's like it's not so overt, like it's not so over the top that like it makes, you know what I mean? Like, because again, like Black women are not a monolith, so I can't sit here and just describe one type of body, one type of hair, one type of complexion. But I've had some people be like, oh well, I'm not really the audience for this, but it's cool that you made this, or like, oh, it's cool that like I listened to it, but I'm not the audience. And I'm like, you can still enjoy it. Like, just just like double tap the 15 seconds, or just like when I say that I like the way you smell, the shea butter or something, like, just double tap over that, and you can be immersed. And it kind of makes me, I thought about it, and I was talking with some friends. It's like, this is kind of like what Black women deal with, like with all audios, and they're able to like push through it and be fine. So like you can deal with like, one audio that isn't one, fully catered to you. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know how many times you guys have had to skip over like, oh my God, your face is so red right now, and just be like, all right, let's just get through that, So
it sure isn't.
You can take one of my audios and push through that.
I do like that.
It's the same thing with like curve appreciation too.
Yeah.
Though. It's like the same types of things, like constantly. Like I love like as round as parts of my body are. Like I like hearing about somebody picking me up and being held against the wall. Is that gonna happen in real life? Player, you gonna have to be in the gym.
Maybe.
You
Maybe. Look, it's happening.
You might be able to do that. I don't know though. But it's the same type of thing, like with inclusive, with whatever, like obviously a lot of my audios are geared towards brown people, but it's the same thing with and those are conversations that me and Carrie have had. It's like, there are so many things that you hear, and it's like, you just have to push through. So if there are one audio every now and then that's specific, like, y'all gonna be okay.
I mean, I make like, I made like 200 audios in a year. Like, you'll survive. Like, you can live.
That is prolific work.
You know what I mean? And,
yes.
Yeah, it's funny. Like that reminds me. Speaking of picking up, because I hadn't done a lot of audios that were like that. And I did one recently, and I was like, oh well, like, I don't want to like exclude anyone because the rest of the language was really inclusive. Like I didn't mention breast size or like butt size or anything like that. And I was just like, I'll just make him a power lifter. I'm like,
I listened
I'm
to
like
that.
6'1".
Yeah, I
I'm like
listened to that.
6'1". Like, I used to lift.
Where's that link?
I listened to that one
Go ahead,
yesterday.
put that. Go ahead. Also, we on the same page in here. Okay, I like.
Yeah,
Carrie. Carrie, DM me that
Yes.
link. Yeah, thanks.
Because I was like,
I will.
Because I was like, yeah, like I have fat listeners and I love fat women, so I was like, how do I?
And
restructure
we
this?
love you too, Billy.
You know what I mean? Like I want to make this inclusive, and like, I mean, I've watched really strong dudes pick up women of all different body types. So I'm like, let's see. And I used to lift when I was younger too, so I was pretty strong. And so yeah, like I was just like, and I even put in the tags. I was like, it was like body inclusive tag. He's a power lifter. Please let me have this. Like, so
Yes, you did. That's what made me lift it. I was like, see you.
And then Billy, one side question. For those that are listening that might not know what yandere means, can you define it quickly?
It's basically like, it's like, because I feel like people don't get it until you compare it to like dark romance. It's that dude who's like obsessed with you and just has to have you and like will do anything for you and do anything to have you. It's so popular in dark romance, and it's just so funny to me that people like it's actually dark romance invented it, in my opinion. And the term yandere is like kind of the Japanese like colloquialism for it, like for that type of dynamic and trope. But yeah, it's just somebody who's like really obsessed with you and in love with you, to sort of an unhealthy extent. And there's so many, like, it's such a broad umbrella of what that can look like. It can be stalking. It can be someone who's just secretly in love with you. It has like a shrine. Did you guys ever watch Hey Arnold? When you were kids?
Yes.
You remember
Of
Helga?
course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember the shrine?
Oh yeah, Helga in that shrine in the closet.
She's a yandere. She collected his gum. Like,
Yeah.
She
that
sure
was my
did.
introduction. So,
That's such a good definition. I love that.
Yeah,
I
and a
like
lot of
that.
people, I think, feel like it has to be like murdery or like crazy,
Yes.
but like it can be soft, it can be gentle, like
It's
it's
very
such a
devotional.
Yes,
Like that
this
person is your
is-
religion almost.
Yes, it's very worship heavy. And for people who like the darker stuff, it can get really crazy. Or, if you like the softer stuff, it can just be like a person who's like really shy and like just really into you. And like, there's just so much you can do with it. And that's kind of why I love it.
Cool.
This is like how I am about Keanu Reeves. Okay, great.
Yeah, it's like how I am about CM Punk. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
This is
thing.
this is Carrie and Hosier. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's me and Carrie and Hosier. Carrie, I'll start this next question with you. We're still on kind of like that inclusive language kick. Have you ever worked with someone who has pushed back on using inclusive language in your scripts and or performances, and how did you handle that situation?
So I haven't had any sort of overt pushback. I think that, sorry for coughing. I noticed, like Gaia mentioned, how little pieces of language could take you out of a story so quickly in the curve appreciation realm, right? So like being picked up, or, any body part being referred to as little and things like that would just make me like, suck my teeth. And so I approach most of the time when I'm talking to voice actors and just let them know, listen, all of my audios, if they're not overt curve appreciation audios, are going to be body agnostic, meaning I'm not going to mention size, I'm not going to mention specific body parts, because I want it to be inclusive. And it just clicked for me the first time somebody messaged me, a Black listener, and was like, hey, you used blush in this audio, and this is why that, you shouldn't do that. And I was like, oh shit, this can apply, across the realm. And so I still, and when I approach VAs, talk about things like that my language is purposefully agnostic of what type of person the listener is. Um, so that being said, I do have some actors that I've worked with who like to improv and kind of throw in some of their own lines every now and then. Um, and so I have had times where I didn't know until the audio dropped and I listened to it, on a Tuesday, that they've added, a sentence and they mentioned blushing or hair pulling or something. And usually I just approach them and say, hey, let me know next time when you make a change like that, just so I know. I do have several, you know, collaborators who send me the audio before it gets uploaded. And I caught several times where stuff like that has happened and just, reached out and said, hey, can you change this back to the original language, or just make sure you don't say like pink skin, say heated skin or whatever, like with spanking, or even some curve appreciation stuff where it was like, oh, she put on his t-shirt, and I'm like, well, that doesn't always happen. Um, so, so I haven't had anybody push back in the way that they weren't willing to do that, but there have been some sneaky like things that have gotten past me, um, if that makes sense.
No, totally. Guy, what about you? Have you ever had any bitch assness?
Some non-grown ass adultness.
I mean, just bitch assness in general. You know how they do.
For sure, I do. No, I did have one creator who was a little concerned, because even if, like, not everything that I write is for Black people, but there's always like, there's generally something in there that'll let you know that whoever wrote this is probably probably brown to some degree. Because I write from my experience, and so that's just kind of, and that was the purpose of me starting to write. Like, let me sprinkle a little Black girl magic in here. But
That's exactly why I write.
yeah, I did have one creator on a specific platform who was concerned. They're like, I don't know if they're gonna be okay with this, and I was like, well, here's all these other scripts that I already wrote that have been turned into audios, and one of them is very, like, obviously for Black women. And he was like, oh, like, I was like, nobody told me. Like, yeah, they doing that now. So if you want to go ahead and leave the Black girl stuff in there, that'd be great.
Carrie, we'll ask you this next question. Have you ever worked with someone who has pushed back on using inclusive language in your scripts and or performances, and how did you handle that situation?
Um, so I haven't had any overt pushback in terms of uh, people saying that they didn't want to or were nervous about it. Though I think the thing that I've seen most often is when performers want to improv a little bit and kind of add some of their own lines here and there in a script. And so every once in a while, a line will sneak in that's not super inclusive, and I won't know until the audio drops. Sometimes I get sort of a preview copy of the audio and can spot it beforehand. And when that happens, I usually just talk to the voice actor, because we usually have had a lot of conversation back and forth, kind of setting up the audio. So, and just say, hey, let me know next time that you want to add something, just so that like I'm okay with the language. And so far it's been pretty good. Um, I wouldn't say anybody's been resistant to anything I had to say. So it's been pretty good.
Billy, Guy, anything? Billy, you said you had a funny story about this.
Yeah, so shout out to Little Miss Jazz. She's one of my favorite
Yes.
writers. She writes a lot of really amazing Black listener scripts. And so the one time I had to like DM about a script that was for a Black listener, and I had to change something about it, is really funny. And I think she told me, she's like, well, this is kind of based on a true experience, but there was a line in there that I could not say, and I had to be like, I see where this is coming from, but I think my audience would eat me alive. And the line was like, it was the 3-date audio where it's like it's like a different part of the relationship. So it's like first dating, you're dating like fully, and then like you meet the parents or something. And I'm supposed to pick up the phone, and the line was like jokingly saying like, "Hello, like my beautiful Nubian queen," and
Oh Lord.
I was just like, Jazz,
Babe.
you know, I don't mean to like, I don't want to, step on your toes here, but I looking at my complexion and just I don't know if that's gonna land the same coming out of my mouth. And she's just
wouldn't
like,
have, baby.
no.
It wouldn't have.
She's like,
It definitely-
no. She's like, you can change it. I was like, I was just like, I this is your creative process. Like, I just, is it okay? And just so yeah, it was so fun. It was such a funny conversation to approach because like, it just, I was like, I don't think this is gonna have the same effect coming out of my mouth. But she's like, no, you're right.
Yeah, you
she's like, that's just what my old boyfriend used to call me, and like blah blah blah, like as a joke, and I just thought it would be funny, and I was like, yeah,
so
no,
funny.
I don't, that's a valid experience. I just can't, in good conscience.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
That's fair.
I get that. I get
That's
that.
fair.
No, I get that.
And we
I
appreciate
try
you
not
for
to
that.
be that belligerent. I try not to be that belligerent in my writing. But
it was so fucking funny though. Like,
yeah.
because you're like expecting me to be like, well, I don't feel comfortable, say it. But you're like, well, actually, Billy, that's fair.
Like, yeah, it's okay, Bill. You ain't
Yeah,
got
you don't have to say that, babe. That's fine.
Yes. No, I love it. I love it.
Okay. Okay, so next question. What we'll start with Gaia. What are tropes and other intimate scenarios you would like to hear more voice actors lean into or perform more of?
Oh. So I'm on like a femboy kick right now
Yes.
because I love just
Hot guys and eyeliner.
I love somebody who can I do. It's a
We're kind of on a young blood kick. We're on a young blood kick, so.
we are on a young blood kick. We are. And can you still hear me?
Yep, you're good.
Oh, okay. And so that's always like there's a particular creator that I like to listen to that has just a little set of femboy, and I'm not well when I listen to them. I'm not okay. Like the woman who I turn into when I listen to those. Like as someone who considers themselves a switch, like I lean submissive. The woman that I become during a femboy audio is aggressive, anyway, so I love those types of audios. Anyway, I don't know. I like to listen to just like anything. And so as much as I avoided Reddit because it is the wild, wild west, one thing that's been fun for me, see, that's why I act like I do. Anyway, but there's such a diverse experience there. Like I can dream up something at 3:00 in the morning and be like, I wonder if there's an audio for that, and it's gonna be there. It's in there somewhere. But no, I just whatever. Like I want people to create what makes them feel alive and to just put it out there. Like there are so many people, I think sometimes they pigeonhole themselves, either like voice actors or writers. It's like, well, I do well in this area. It's like, okay, but do you want to write a script about like clowns fucking in a hot air balloon? Like that's fine. Like do the thing. Like somebody will like that. Personally, I'd love to get railed in a hot air balloon. So whatever.
Depends on where the hot air balloon is hot air ballooning. But yeah, I feel you.
Turkey would be my preference, but I think about
So
these kinds of
specific.
things. It is there. Listen,
Put it in
Billy.
the tags.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, yeah.
Because
Turkey,
if I read it,
hot air balloon
if
flight.
there's, I will ascend. So
Well, yeah,
Literally.
as you ascend.
Literally.
Yeah.
exactly. No, I don't know if there's anything that I particularly want to see more of. I just want people, because I think when people do what makes them happy, like it produces the best results.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, like when people just make something because they feel like they're obligated to do it doesn't land for me. Like, just make whatever you want to make.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
why
you can
all my
definitely tell when a
all my
creator
scripts aren't going to
is into
be
something.
Yeah, like all my scripts are not going to be specifically for Black women, because I like the full spectrum that the world provides.
Yeah.
And so it's not always going to be that. Like, I'll write whatever. Some days, like, I wrote this like series about people getting back together, like, that was very sappy and romantic and cryy, and then right after that I wrote a script about a dude like force feeding donuts to a woman while he was fucking her. So it's just, you know, it's whatever.
Yo.
You never know.
I mean, I'm gonna have to read that
Hey.
one. I'm gonna have to read that one.
I've never done one of those, so.
Yeah.
Listen, I like a little warm donut.
That sounds like the slutty golden retriever husband I wrote, and then I wrote like a MFM that's like two mob bosses, and they get back home to their lady. It's more like, what's more like what's that movie? Shit.
Oh, I know what you're talking. Savages, I think.
No. It's about two brothers, and they're Irish, but in my story, they're Scottish. And
Well, there's a movie. Yeah.
She's got a
Boondock Saints. It's more like that. They're vigilantes. Yeah, they're vigilantes, and they come home to their woman, and she's been teasing them all day. And so then,
If you want a movie that's literally that, I think it's called Savages. It's two dudes who are both dating this one woman, and they're bros. They're buddies. They're cool about it.
So they
run,
know.
like, Like they know. They're 100% supportive. Like, one guy is like the sweet, emotional kind of hippie dude. The other dude is like an ex-Marine who's like
I read a
rough
book.
and just like
I read a book about
it's-
that not too long ago.
Salma Hayek's in it. Like, all these different actors.
If I sound
It's
like
so
I'm
good.
typing loudly, savages.
It's
you
really
say.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the premise
Yeah.
is someone kidnaps their girlfriend, and so these two
Oh
dudes.
no.
Oh shit.
They take it all. It's like John.
Well,
Wick,
I have
you
a
know?
I have a part 2 for vigilantes. All right, I'm gonna write that down.
Yes, movie. This is fantastic. I'm learning so much today. I love learning.
Yeah.
And the spicy scenes
and
are-
being taught. Who doesn't
being
love
taught.
strong?
Oh, yeah.
I love strong male leadership. Okay, next question. I mean, I boss people around all day. Someone has to take over at some point.
I'm literally in a tent in Asia. I know. Like, please, just tell me.
Just lead me. Lead me,
But
please.
then here's the thing. But then you're gonna put on an eyeliner, and I'm gonna turn into a monster. It's great. Balance is wonderful.
We like.
Is it a
variety.
monster I can lead on like a nice? I just got a flogger too, so.
I don't know. Yes, you
Let's go.
did.
I did win a flogger.
Let's go.
It's purple. It's
It's
so
so
pretty.
cute. My
Oh,
boyfriend's
yeah,
only
you won it.
Yeah, my boyfriend's
And the
only
puffs.
grievance. Yeah, my boyfriend's only grievance was like vegan leather. I was like, this is your only complaint.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Next question. I think this is a good one. I'll start with you, Billy. When creating content for queer audiences, do you seek out beta readers or listeners to ensure the work accurately represents queer sex and its complexity? If you didn't have experience with it before, I think you do though, right?
Yeah. No, I'm very bisexual.
Nice, nice.
And I've dated all sorts of people, so
Yeah.
I still do. Like, when I first started doing like audios for, I don't have a huge, at least very like vocal trans woman audience, but with trans men I have a very big audience for. So I make more audios for trans men than cis men. But I would DM. There was a few artists and stuff that listened to my work, and I would just ask them or send it to them, and be like, hey, is this fine? Like, what should I include? There was one that I recently did, and it was written by a trans man, and it was like a commission, and one of the words that was used in it, for example, was like boy pussy, and not everybody likes that. So like when I'm creating, like I usually will like include those like sort of terms just to make sure that whoever's signing on is like, oh, I'm down with that terminology, which it only takes like an extra like couple minutes to just write that out. And yeah, it was just, I don't know, I feel like I think there are also people, if you're a VA like or a writer, like there are these people who are part of these like smaller or like marginalized communities who actively again want good porn for them. Like who doesn't want good free porn?
Right.
So those people are willing to do the labor of betaing to make this thing come true and have it be provided for everyone. So yeah, I think now though, like that I've made like quite a few, I feel pretty comfortable just making the content. Like I don't think I'm going to say anything outlandish anymore. But yeah, it depends. Like it depends on the
in the best ways possible.
It depends on the context. Like so, like if it's something that's a little more intense or like dark, I might get a consult and be like, just want to make sure I didn't get too, But if it's just like your boyfriend sucks your dick, in a movie theater, like I feel pretty confident in making that or something.
I really want a boyfriend who has a boyfriend. Yeah. Carrie, I'll ask you the same thing, and if you want to also address, queer audiences, but also talk about bigger bodies with that, do you seek out beta readers or listeners to ensure the work is accurately represented, blah, blah,
blah? So I also identify as bi. So when I've written, I sort of just rely on my own experience and those of, my friends. And I haven't had any specific beta readers for entire scripts. I definitely have reached out to folks for certain sections and just said, does this ring true to you? And gotten a lot of great feedback. Also from, from Black listeners and those in larger bodies as well. But I tend to stick to my experiences in terms of when I'm writing. And if I'm not writing from something that's in my experience, I generally try to keep things
You cut out a little bit, but I think you said you like to try and keep things agnostic.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
So I, try to keep things agnostic as possible so that it can appeal to, the widest audience.
Guy, anything to add for that one?
Yeah, I haven't had a ton. There are people that I just trust with all sorts of other random things as far as like the audio erotica space. So anybody that I've had to read over something before, mostly if I'm having somebody read over something, it's because my grammar gets real hillbilly sometimes, and because in writing in writing scripts, sometimes I can't.
You can't take that country out you. It's like Beyonce. You gotta. Can't take
and the thing is that I can like for my job I have to write very professionally, but I can't, depending on who I'm writing for, I have to write things sometimes in a certain way because I know they're going to read it and portray it a certain way. So I have to write, I don't know, I have to write weird sometimes for some people because it's acting, and some people have different levels of acting, and some people just read things and I'm like, nope, you can't just read it. You're going to have to, you got to play it out. And so I have to write it that way for them. And so like with the one script I mentioned, that was the textured hair thing. Like those were conversations we had. I'm like, listen, I need you to talk to me. And so that was the thing. I'm like, I'm just going to talk to you right now like a Black woman and you're gonna see what my intonation is and what my inflection is, and why when I'm playing with you and when I'm not.
Yeah.
And that's real fun sometimes. And you don't always get to do that. Like, most of the time people just read a script and they go for it. And that's fun too. But yeah.
Switching gears a little bit. This was a new submitted question from the rest of the table here. If someone was using you as a face claim or inspo for an inclusive script, how would you want them to describe you?
Oh.
Carrie, I'll start with you.
I was just thinking, please don't start with me. So
Carisha, go ahead.
I mean, I might have an
I
answer
would
for
just
this
say-
one, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think when I write, and Gaia mentioned this like a week or two ago, she was like, I like how you're always the FMC, like the female lead. I'm like, well, yeah. Because I'm thinking of how I feel like I don't want to say I'm like every woman, but as far as like, you know, a curvy little plus size thing from down here, then, you know, relatable content. So it's just different people. So I do want to be like in that kind of like gossy, I guess a yondery gaze. Like I want to be like, you know, ultimately desired and wanted, and like I want you to be obsessed or fixated on me to a certain point. So I mean, I want you to like my butt and my smile, and you know how good my mouth feels on you, that kind of thing.
Never trust a big butt and a smile.
Yeah.
Well, you can trust mine.
I trust it.
You can trust mine.
But I also like that song.
I
Yeah.
think.
It's a good song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, I would want, you know, I would probably prefer. I mentioned before I don't like the nomenclature curve appreciation. I would love to see like just fat bodies be the tag, you know. So I would want those kind of
Yes.
descriptions. I would want like independent woman, smart woman. I think I write a lot of my listeners as intelligent women. Um, I think older. You know, I'm in my 40s, so
Yeah.
MILF.
Let's go.
Yeah, I do like to piggyback off that. I do like the point. It was like, you know, I write in a lot of my stuff like I have a little belly. I'm kind of like, you know, a cute little Pooh Bear. So like if there's a guy and he's rubbing my belly and saying it's as soft as the rest of me, like sploosh, complete splooshville.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, and that's what I'm so drawn to audios that feel real. And I think that's the type of audio that I write more than like high fantasy kind of like type of
Romance
audio.
novel.
So I want,
Yeah.
I want somebody who like, I want you to like accidentally elbow me, you know, because that shit happens in real life. Or like, I want, you know,
Yes.
like to be like, oh, that part of you, you know, it's not just tits and ass when you're a plus size person. I want you to like have the thigh meat that jiggles and like,
Grab
you know,
the
all of
Yes.
that
you know?
stuff.
Yeah. Let me put them cankles on your
Absolutely.
shoulder.
yeah, like well, like when I'm riding you and you're holding me by like my sides and like, you know, you're holding my belly while, you know, just can sit me up a little bit. Yeah, that's fucking hot, dude. We love
Yeah.
that.
I always think it's really funny. This is no shade at anybody particular, but like one of the things when I listen to audios, I think it's so funny when people like will just be finished having sex and they'll be like, and then suddenly they're like, that was so good. And like there's like no subtle like, because like when you just got done, you know, doing 20 minutes or
Right, I
whatever,
need
you're
a
like,
minute.
wow, you know, that was really good, you know, not a wow, that was so good. Like it's just
Right.
it's so funny because
That was
that's why I like the more
enjoyable.
immersive stuff too, because that to totally
Yes.
throw
Like
me out,
nobody's
I'm struggling.
nobody's
still,
going
you
to get
know,
the
like,
towel. Nobody's
Right, like,
going
where
to the
the rag
bathroom.
at?
Like,
Yes,
everybody's
yes,
Yeah.
relaxed.
Please.
I always try to include that in my shit because
I
first
love
of all, I
it.
think it's responsible because a lot of
It
you
is.
know,
It
that's one thing
is.
a lot of people I feel like don't talk about enough is that like you have like pretty young people who are sexually inexperienced listening to your stuff,
Yes, and
Yeah,
they're
Like,
gonna
that's a good
mimic
you know,
that
point.
stuff.
I've seen some writers go like, oh, I'm just like so insecure because like I don't talk that much in sex, and I'm like, bro, nobody talks that much during sex. Like some people do,
Right.
but like nobody's like monologuing. They're like trying to catch their
Right.
breath because they're going crazy.
Right. I got a
Um,
cramp. I'm trying not to die.
Yeah.
but yeah, I like Carrie. I love that immersive stuff, and I try to include it in my own stuff, like because the cum has to go somewhere, and like I think it's so cute and funny when like oh shit, don't move, no, it's gonna get, I'm gonna go get you a towel, like like that makes it feel so much more real, and like that's also something that happens, like it's
I'm
Mhm.
also
Exactly.
adding the cum has
Exactly.
to go somewhere
it
to
has
our
to go
merch
somewhere.
list.
It
I'm adding that to our
does.
merch
It
list.
does.
Billy, when we make merch, I'll give you a cut, baby, okay?
Perfect.
Please.
The cum has to go
My
somewhere.
favorite
It
thing,
does.
my favorite thing is I always probably bad. I don't know if we include this
Let's hear
part,
it. Let's
but
hear
this
it.
is
Yeah,
Let's
I
hear
go
it.
haven't written
ahead.
this in an audio, but like I if it's like a finish on your face thing, I'm like if you get it on my glasses, you have to clean my glasses. Like you're
Let's
taking
go.
them to the
Yes.
bathroom and
Oh,
you're
yeah.
Respectfully.
washing them.
Like, especially
Please.
because some guys like that. Like, so they want
They
you to wear your glasses because they're
do.
little dirty birdies. And I
Oh.
just,
There's no
Yeah.
windshield
fine.
wiper function on those.
No, if you want to,
No.
unless I have the Dwayne Wayne flip up ones. But, they don't really do those. Those aren't really appropriate for sex unless you're in a cabana outside. Ooh. Private
Ooh. Go
beach
ahead, make your
cabana. Okay.
notes. Get your cabana.
I
Go
think I
ahead,
wrote
girl.
that down. But I don't want to be too sandy, so it'll be higher up on the bank. Anyway,
You're
great.
hilarious.
I think that kind of segued into another really good question. Which I don't know where it is now. What are some we kind of talked about, being the full. Many people dislike performative behavior in any space. Yeah, I love my voice. Okay, but it can often be worse when it involves someone acting or performing. Since we're talking about
Mm.
inclusivity and diversity, what are some scenarios you want folks to steer clear of? I.e., if you have no familiarity or beta or sensitivity readers for queer audios or audios with the intended listener being non-white, fat, etc. I think I clearly wrote that question because that is involved.
Um,
I
I
think
don't know.
I think it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier, where it's like you have to make sure that the content is being made for that audience versus what you think the audience wants.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
I think that's when it's important to ask, because it's I mean, like, women are very smart. Like, especially emotionally, like I feel
Hot.
like you're able to see what's genuine and what's not. And I think that as a creator, when you pick certain types of scripts, when it's related to marginalized listeners, like it's gonna kind of like you're gonna kind of raise your eyebrow at some of them. It's like, oh, is he doing this just for like to seem like it's more performative, like. And I feel like that comes up a lot too as a
Mhm.
creator for myself, as like, you know, it's one thing to say I love black women, I love fat women, I love trans listeners, but like, do you show it? Like, do you show it in your behavior? Do you show it in the type of content that you engage in? Like, are you? Is this just? It's like show don't tell. You know what I mean? Like, and I think
Yes.
that because I remember asking
Mhm.
some of my, like, for example, my black listeners, like why did you guys like fuck with me, basically, like why were you so, like, why did I just have this sudden influx when I first started? And the answer that I got was very simple, and it was just like, you just seem like you like black women. And it was just very simple, and like, and I asked more. I was like, well, what does that mean? Like, they're like, well, just the way you like talk about like different people, and like, on your socials you post a lot of different like complexions and body types, and it's not just one type of person. And you made me feel comfortable to be around you. And
Mhm.
that only built once I started kind of catering to that audience more. And so
Yeah.
yeah, I I think when it comes to just, just you have to, the content that you're picking has to really be for that audience versus just you trying to get like points as like an inclusive person. You know, it has to be genuine, and I think a lot of women can feel that genuine desire.
We can.
From
one
it.
thing
You know
I
what
was,
I mean?
yeah, one thing I was gonna say is, as a black woman and as a fat woman, I can tell when you're not into me, whether it's an audio or just in real life. Like I can tell, and I can tell when someone wants me. Like, I'm not. I don't really. It turns me off and dries me up like the fucking desert when I hear something like you can tell that he's talking to a fat woman, but he's not into big girls, and that just sucks because he's just trying to like make her, oh well, I think you're beautiful. I never said I was ugly. Fat doesn't mean ugly, motherfucker. So I mean, there's definitely
there have been audios, and I like that how Billy said that women are smart and that listeners are smart, like where I literally have gone, this man has never seen a naked fat woman.
Yeah.
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 I keep cutting out, and I'm so sorry.
No, you're okay.
You can just tell. You're like, I don't believe this with an ounce of my body.
Sure.
And honestly, I don't write without knowing who the performer's going to be personally. And if I know that I think a voice actor can't pull it off, like it's not in their wheelhouse, I don't even try it, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And one thing I had an experience with this because, and I think it's okay to like get it wrong. Like I want to, anybody who's a VA or a scriptwriter, like, and I won't say I really got it wrong, but it was like when I made my first like fat listener audio, it was based on an experience I had because one of my partners had just bought a bunch of clothes on Amazon, and they didn't fit because how Amazon is, and she felt really down on herself, and I just was like, well, you're fucking hot, so it doesn't really matter, and we had sex, so I made an audio based on
That's how it's done. That's how it's done. That's how it should be. And I got something that'll fit in you.
You know what I mean? Like, and so I made that first audio, and I would say it did really well, and a lot of fat women really liked it, who had listened to it. But because it was reassurance in a way, and it was very short in the reassurance. It was just like, you're really hot. I want to have sex with you. You're amazing. But because you got, like fat women have seen that reassurance audio 1,000 times and done in a way that's like, oh baby, no, you're not. You're beautiful. You're just, you just got a little extra.
Where they're like proving that they're a good person.
Yeah.
Like,
I do not want to be pity fucked. Because that's the worst sex. That is the worst sex, dude.
You just want some good sex to feel good, like, and so I saw that kind of feedback. I think it was more of like it was some in smaller like audio conversation communities where like I wish we would just get audios that just I was just a fat woman who got fucked, and I saw that, and I was a little at first I was a little hurt because like I was like, oh well, I tried really hard to not be that, but I was like, you know what, instead of like sitting here and just being like, I'm never doing this again, I just got up a couple days later and made another audio where it had nothing to do with the fact you couldn't fit in your clothes. It was just like, if anything, the audio was you walking around in like super like skimpy jean shorts and like your midriff showing, and the boyfriend was like, and the boyfriend was like, I need to stop working right now because this is a lot, and I need to handle
Gaia, Carrie, I also suggest, since I can't quit Amazon, I also suggest those, I work out in those little booty ruching shorts. I mean, they
I need
work,
booty
girl.
help, so girl, please.
Listen.
Look,
every
I've got a good glute split for you once you get back healed.
Thank you.
Glute split.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a lot of hip mobility things.
Get.
A lot of hip mobility. Yeah.
Y'all know I don't like to wear clothes. Billy doesn't know this. So listen, sorry, Billy. The girls know already. Yeah, Billy, stop flirting with me. So on Instagram, I'm flustered.
Oh,
So on Instagram, a good portion of my Instagram is about body positivity and things like that. And because of that, I post a lot of pictures um, of
Mm-hmm.
myself in little to no clothing, and that's the thing. Like I'm an almost 300-pound, very tall woman, and so it's just the thing. It's like
Amazon.
y'all like to tell me how much you love me and how sexy you think I am, and you have much more standard bodies than me, and you're like upset about yourself. Like, go if you don't go buy yourself something sexy and girl,
I encourage
take a picture anyway.
everyone, especially femboys. I encourage everyone to buy nice, pretty sets for themselves. And when you're just at home and you don't have shit to do,
Yes.
take a shower, oil yourself
Yes.
up, and put that shit on and just be
Put a
your
little
best
cocoa butter
sex.
on it.
You know what I'm saying? I like the cocoa oil or baby oil. You know, that's just me.
Yeah.
But
just a little something.
you know what I'm saying? Like it works and you feel
It
good.
does. It's great.
And it's good for your spirit. I encourage that for
exactly.
sure.
I'm
But
not
there's
doing it for
something
me.
powerful.
I am. Go ahead, Karen.
There's something powerful about filling what you consume, so like your feed on your Instagram or whatever, with bodies that look
100%.
like yours, just living
Yes.
and being
Yes.
happy.
Just
And
being.
like
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
that did more for me on my like personal Instagram, in terms of like loving my body and being
Yeah.
confident than
Yes.
anybody like trying to fuck insecurity out of me. It was like
Exactly.
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
removing
Exactly.
the people who were quote unquote inspirational and following real people who had bodies that looked like mine.
Yeah.
It's insane how big of a difference
And
that
I always
makes.
recommend people find artists who draw bodies like theirs. Like
Hmm.
Yes.
seeing yourself like your own type of body, not only just
As
in a
art.
picture, but someone spent hours
Yes.
and hours of their
Oh,
life to
yes.
produce that. Shout out
Yes.
to Blues Chicken. I don't know if you guys. He's
Yes,
on
we
Instagram.
know who Blues
Yeah.
Chicken
Hmm.
is.
Yeah, we
Oh
do.
my! That is my
Yeah.
favorite. That is my
Isn't
favorite
it?
artist.
Oh, amazing.
He is. I've gotten work
Fat art
done
is
by
my
him
favorite
commissioned.
tag on Instagram.
Yes.
So
yes.
good. Oh,
Yes. I'm actually in the Blues Chicken Patreon. It's amazing.
he is.
It's amazing.
That's my guy.
Oh, and I love it. And that's a thing too, like sharing, but that's what we do. I'm like, you gonna see this big body and you gonna see it in nothing. So go ahead and get used to it. Because being
Only
in a
if
big
you're
body
my
has never
close
stopped me
friends.
from doing. Well, yes, and I'm in there. So but yeah, that's the thing. Like being in a big body has never stopped me from doing anything that I wanted to do, whether it was a person or an activity. Like,
I love it.
What do you mean?
Mhm.
I gotta get Instagram.
And so, yeah, you gotta, yeah, Billy, no,
Yeah.
Tania,
Billy,
y'all
you
better
gotta
tell him
stop
flirt with
doing this,
me.
dog.
You
I
gotta
just
tell
want to
him
watch
stop
now.
flirting with me.
I'm just gonna watch and then jump in once you tap out.
Whenever you're ready. Whenever
Like
you're
double
ready.
dutch.
Stop that. Yeah, stop
Like
that.
double dutch.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I never could double dutch, but I can ride.
Grind it.
Okay, so we're gonna switch gears. How do you go about creating trans audios of 4A audios that are inclusive of trans listeners without limiting those to guided audios or mentioning genitalia?
That's fun.
Billy, I know you mentioned
So
like.
I've never specifically written.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I've never written anything that was specific for trans listeners or even in the 4A tags, but I wrote an F for M audio on Quinn one time that I got feedback from a trans man who was like, do more audios like this, because I felt so like seen by this audio. And so
I
that
love
was
that.
really surprising to me.
Mhm.
But
Fun.
I loved that I didn't even necessarily have to, I felt like I didn't even have to approach anything differently. And it still helped, somebody really feel seen in that audio. So that was really interesting to me.
I like that.
So was the question how to make 4A audios that include trans listeners, or is it how to make
how do
trans
you go
audios?
about creating trans or 4A audios that are inclusive of trans listeners without limiting those to guided audios or mentioning genitalia?
So I think one thing that I do sometimes with my 4A stuff is I usually have everything being done to me. Or you can do butt stuff because everybody has a butt. So,
Yes,
you
we
know,
do.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And then there's certain words you can use that apply to everyone. Like you're making such a mess because penises can leak too, and you know. So I feel like you can really
Sorry, I'm a child.
like
It's just a little dribble.
just a little dribble.
I like when you can put your finger on it and pull it back. Never mind. Okay, go
You
ahead.
know what I mean?
Ma'am!
You know. 'Cause
Sorry,
I mean,
it's just
for me.
yeah.
Like, you know, I feel
It's like a
that-
cheese pull.
Not a cheese. Not cheese.
Damn.
Not cheese.
No,
I
I'm
like
blushing.
cheese.
Okay.
I like cheese.
Um,
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, so I think if stuff is being done to the speaker, that makes it very easy to be inclusive. Because like I just did one where it's like, it was where you catch your quote straight roommate watching gay porn, and you like kind of tease him about it, and then like start jerking him off, and like basically like forcing him to come out essentially and saying a bunch of shit to him. And
So warm in here.
yeah, so I feel like if you are if it's much easier if you're having stuff done just to the speaker or butt stuff, because it's like, yeah, everybody has butt. So
Billy, I want to ask you this, and you can answer this any way you want, but are you a white male? If so, can you teach the other white males how to be like you?
I have a little bit of the white devil in me. I'm half white.
Okay.
So you know,
I didn't.
it's
They're not
there.
all white devils.
It's there.
Mine.
It's there.
Mine. Yeah. You know, I just have a ginger. So I mean, look, you're not all evil.
I think I'm English, like having. So I mean, it's hard to.
I've got like
you know,
11%.
it's a lot of colonizing.
It's fine.
Well, yeah. I mean, so do I, Gaia, but we know why that is.
But I'm also Mexican indigenous, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Hot.
Not full gringo,
You know.
but
I'm at
like
war with
gringo
myself.
zero. You're like a
know?
Coke Zero. It's
Like
got
a
some
Coke Zero.
flavor.
Girl, what?
No,
It's
it's
an
not
eternal
full
Only
Coke.
half mayonnaise American.
You know. Yes, thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
Carrie.
No,
I
no,
love
no.
My preferred,
diversity.
that is my preferred nomenclature. Thank you.
That's
what I marked
he's
down
more
on the
like a
census.
he's like a good hot sauce that you get on the table,
If someone was
You know
making a
what?
really
like a
really bad,
Valentino or something. Valentia, that one.
if
That's my
someone
favorite
was making
one.
like a really bad audio about me, they would say I was like caramel or something. I don't know. They would.
Oh, you're like a little
dude.
dulce
Got a
de
little-
leche. You're like a
That's
dulce
right.
de
That's
leche.
right. That's how they would describe me as they laid me
How
down.
unfortunate.
My little
I gotta
dulce de
go.
leche.
Y'all.
We got some plans. Okay,
Chocolate, caramel, and mayonnaise.
no,
Caramel.
We got the short end of that.
no, we're gonna have to do like a vanilla bean.
We were
Vanilla
almost there.
bean.
Yeah,
The
can it
caramel
be
swirl,
vanilla?
you know?
Can
We'll
it
just
be
have to
vanilla?
do some
I'm
like a
flan. I'm like
whiteout.
flan.
ooh flan.
Ooh,
You know?
flan we
Yeah.
can do.
I like
Yeah.
dulce de leche though myself. You know what I'm saying? With two more questions and then
We're literally just hitting on
anything
Billy
you.
at this point.
I love that
working.
we all off the rails. So I guess I have to write a audio. Gaia, we're gonna have to write Carrie, we're gonna have to write an audio where it's like 3 women taking advantage of a femboy.
That'd be crazy.
I think so. Would it be
Yeah. No, I think it'd be crazy hot.
Billy,
All right.
Billy, I don't think you can use the word crazy with the catalog that you have. I don't think you can do it.
I'm just gonna write this down.
I don't know what you're talking about.
F
I only
F
do
F
I only
N.
do
Yes,
safe for work,
I know.
boyfriend
I
experience.
know. I
Just,
bet you do. I bet you do.
Missionary
All right.
strictly.
You gotta
All
cry at
right.
the end of every audio.
Why do you have a fancy
Yeah.
link then? Anyway, go ahead. Who is it? What's the next
Take
question?
Over
What is the question?
Listen, boy. What keeps Gaia? What keeps this work exciting for you and motivates you to continue creating audio erotica scripts and writing, etc.? What drives you?
I quit. No, one, the people. I love people. So when I started my little Instagram page, it was for audio erotica, but I was just posting quotes that I liked that were jarring to me as I was pounding audio erotica.
Giggity.
And I made a lot of, like online connections through that. That's how, like I said, that's how me and Carrie met. We were like, oh, Big Girl Audio, you got a playlist, girl? Let me get that.
Yeah, that's how I met Carrie, actually.
Yeah, that's what. And so when I started writing, it was a lot of fun because that was my entire community. There was audio erotica people, and so we would laugh and celebrate together and whatever. And then other people started writing, and it was like, yes. And Carrie obviously started writing before me, and I was like, whose name is on this audio, girl? If you don't, let me in. Because I'm a cheerleader. Like I love people, and no matter what I do, I'm gonna find a way to just include people. Something that's really fun right now is I'm doing a collab with another writer because it doesn't happen a lot, but I love their writing and it just makes me melt. And I was like, please teach me all of your things and let's write something together. And they were like, yeah, let's do that.
So you can teach me all the things?
I can teach you some things.
Okay, cool.
Damn.
So anyway.
You have a
but
beautiful
it's just,
voice, by the way. I don't know, but sorry. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Please. I just
Gaia, back to the question, darling.
I'm sorry. I'm back. And so, but it's just fun. Like I've learned a lot about myself through audio erotica anyway, just things that I didn't know that I liked and things that I didn't know that I was allowed to like because of the upbringing that I had.
Mm-hmm.
But, and so that's the thing. I'm like always learning something about myself, and I'm always learning things about other people and what they like and what makes them feel seen and appreciated. And if I can write something that makes somebody feel seen, and that's the thing, because we all talk to each other on my Instagram page. Like my Instagram page is private, one, because I'm showing my ass all the time, but also because I want people to be there for what I'm there for. And so I have a lot of that's the thing people commented about. Like, you get a lot of engagement. I'm like, yeah, because we here to talk to each other about this stuff.
Yeah.
And so when people can feel seen and they comment and they say things about it, I'm just like, yes, then let me write something else that makes you feel seen and appreciated, or something that we can just sit in here and hee-haw about. Like, I love that. And I love working with other people. Like, I've worked with a lot of different VAs, and not that I'm not willing to work with somebody a whole bunch, but I love the diversity of it. Like, let me learn something new about somebody else. And I don't know. I just love all of that. And I'm writing things that I've never thought about writing before too. And that's just, it keeps it fresh. It's fun. I'm having fun because I work far too much to do this if I wasn't having fun. Like,
amen.
My real job is hectic. It's hectic. Yeah. Like I said, I'm in a tent, but as long as it keeps being fun.
Is that like I'm on a boat, but not
I'm
as fun?
on a boat.
Carrie, you know that my job, because I have to disappear. Like, I have breaks from Instagram because I'm like, hey, I have to go do my job.
Well, it also depends who and what is in the tent, for it to be better than a boat.
Sand is in the
well,
tent.
that's why there are rugs and sleeping bags and things you can lay on. For your comfort.
I'm certainly not going to complain about my life for sure. I've been to 30 countries, but
getting your feet rubbed and toes
I get
sucked,
around, Billy. I get around.
I'm adding that to the playlist.
I get around. Jump up, jump up, jump
round
up.
And round. Okay, that's
so. Yeah, I like it. As long as it keeps being fun, I'm in for it. And then as long as I get to connect with people in real ways, whether we ever see each other face to face or not, I'm down.
You're where I get most of my sex toy inspiration from now, so thank you.
I love sex toys. Did you get some plugs? Because
I got
There's a
some.
new set. There's a new set.
There is
that
a
I
new
want.
set I saw, and then I the one you showed us in our group chat that lights up, and it looks like your butt's having a rave.
I
That's
love plugs.
that's my favorite one. But it's
a
like
party in your
LED light.
butt.
It's an LED light, so and it's
Yes.
remote, like Bluetooth
So
remote, and then
yummy.
you can switch the colors, and it just like
You can.
and you can like you're being thrusted to the beat of the light. You know,
Exactly.
blinded by
If the
light.
power ever goes out and can't find, hey, honey,
Exactly. I got
Bend
it.
me over.
I
Bend
got
me
you.
over, babe. Carrie, what about you? What keeps you? Oh, okay. Carrie, what keeps you? What keeps you motivated and into this space as a creative?
I want to say spite.
Yes.
Let's
Spite
go.
producers.
I got
Yeah.
a song for the playlist.
Yeah, I got. That's why I'm gonna. That's why I'm writing this weekend. It's just spite.
Yes. Sometimes it is.
Yeah. But but truly, I mean, when you get messages from somebody who's like, I thought that I was the only person who had that experience, or like, you
Mm.
know, I think about the very first audio I wrote, and I talked about trying on shorts and getting the
Yeah,
thigh
you did.
gobble, which is what I call it when you're like, they ride up in two steps and like all of a sudden you have 8 inches of denim in your crotch. Like, I hate that feeling. And somebody was like, oh my God, I can't believe somebody wrote that in a sexy audio. And I was like,
It's
listen, that's
real.
real life.
It happens.
Yeah.
Definitely happens.
And
Oh my god.
and I think I also like the collaboration aspect with performers. My process is very, I cannot, just the way my brain works, I can't write a script that's for anybody and like post it open for Phil. I think Billy was talking about this, like you didn't trust other male voices necessarily, like it was very specific. I have to hear the voice of the person I'm writing for in order to make it work in my brain. And so I really do, work with the voice actors a lot when we're coming up with ideas and talking about tags and boundaries and all of those things. And sometimes it's even like, hey, this actor who I've worked with a bunch really leans into the, soft boyfriend energy, and I want to see them do something real toxic. And so I get excited about the like pushing of other
And
people
I do.
sometimes to
And
be
I do
like,
want to see that. I sure do.
Yep. No notes.
as long as Quinn doesn't take it down. But I'm not.
That's
sure.
why there are
Scenario.
other platforms. That's why there are other
That's why Quinn doesn't
platforms.
want me. That's why Quinn doesn't want me.
Well, we do. So
Oh,
keep
yeah.
doing what
We
you're doing,
want
baby.
you. Billy,
Yes,
Keep doing
we
what
sir.
you're doing, baby. Yeah.
We need you.
What? Look, they're not the only
If
circus
you
in town.
if you want a toxic script
not.
that Quinn ixnayed, I got a script for
Listen,
you.
Let's go.
I just want to watch. I just want to watch.
I want to watch and listen.
That's not true.
Y'all should each send me a script you've written, and I'll fill it for you.
Okay.
Billy, don't put.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Do you hear him flirt with
I've
me?
already-
Do you hear him
I-
flirt with me?
I've already
You know
edited
how fast
some.
you know how fast I make this.
Well,
shit.
here's the
Like,
thing.
it's-
Since that
I
Juneteenth,
do.
since that Juneteenth Reddit list, I like tweaked some scripts that I thought would fit your voice. So I might holler at you.
Okay. So you're trying to get me to fall in love. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
We're past flirting.
That's
Yes.
yeah. I
what
don't.
we're doing.
I just
Mutual-
kind of. That's how
mutual
I reel them
acceptance.
in. That's how I reel them in.
Is this a polycule now?
Hot.
I think
My
so.
pool
is.
game's strong.
I mean,
Yeah.
There's a reason my I don't know what you call it. My tagline is your ASMR boyfriend. Okay, I'm everybody's boyfriend.
It
who
is.
wants
Yeah,
Yes.
this is why we have rosters. You're just moving up. You're just moving up some lists.
Hell yes.
Billy, what keeps you
Hey,
motivated?
we had to take one off this weekend, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Got a Yandre on my roster. He be feeding me pussy and lobster.
Yeah.
I can make a song.
Oh yeah. Well, let's hear Billy sing to this question here. What keeps you motivated and exciting to do this, ASMR boyfriend?
Attention. No. I think that
That's what it is.
for me, and it's one of the reasons why I work like constantly. I'm kind of a workaholic, but
Hot.
I just
Yep.
I want to make enough money and do things that I can do whatever I want. And
Yes.
like
Yes.
You know, when I first started, and I do this full time now, I quit my job. But when I first started and I was just purely doing it, I made everything I wanted. You know, it didn't matter if it did well or not. It was just I wanted to put it out there so that it existed. And now, you know, now that I am able to do it full time and I still make a ton of content, I have to like cater it more towards like a little bit like everybody instead of being more specific. So I think one of the main things that motivates me is like the harder I work and the more I create, the more I will get like to do whatever I want, and just like it won't matter if it's like a bad week and like people pay me less, or you know,
Sure.
because I'll have that level of just being able to do what I want, and by having more resources and things like that, I can give more back. And so I think that's one thing that, you know, like I can make 3 Black listener audios in a week and it won't hurt me. Like I can make, you know, 2 weeks of just trans content and it's not going to matter in my bottom line. And I think that it will just it's such a good motivator to you know, because the more you have like in resource wise, it's like the more you can kind of do and get away with. And so yeah, and I also just think that for me it's just like I love making people happy, and I'm very into the idea of being like a toy, you know, and so I really enjoy
I see, we hear that.
I really enjoy just you're making me get flustered. I really just like making people feel good, and you know, I have such a I feel like I'm in a unique position where I just don't really have very many like limits, I guess. And so like when somebody's like, God, I wish somebody would make an audio like that, like I just want to be like, okay, you know.
Speaking of, are there some you haven't done? Like, have you done any monster or masked audios? And would you be open to that? So you'd be open to some monster? If there was like have you done like, if there was an animal you would shift into, what would that animal be?
Probably a golden retriever. I don't know. Like I feel
okay.
like you know, golden retriever boyfriend is pretty apt.
What about an alien?
An alien? I don't think I've done alien.
Well, we can turn
been reading the Big Blue Alien.
I mean that or Ice Planet Barbarians. I can do.
I feel like
that's what I'm talking about.
We can make that work. Just like if I haven't thought of it yet, like otherwise I'm like, oh, I haven't done that yet. I should do that. Because I did the one that I did recently. I did like a were tiger or like a tiger human hybrid.
A were tiger. All right.
Yeah, it was a commission. And this person was like, I want you to do this script. And it was like, I played this were tiger guy named Tyrus. And I was like, that's interesting because my last, the Billy Andre Tyrus, like, what are we doing?
Yes.
Okay. So that was interesting. But I'm always open to playing pretty much anything because, like, I just don't care. Like, I just want to get people off. Like, and as long as it isn't, like, really compromising, you know what I mean?
Stop it. Why are you like this? Why are you like this?
I told you I want to be a toy. Like I want people to, you know, a lot of different settings.
God bless.
God bless.
Yeah, you. I think yeah. The only thing like on my, because I have like because when I do commissions and stuff, I have like a big list of things that I'm fine with to do and stuff. And I think the 2 things that I'm just like absolutely not are like race play and like beast, which is like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm good. Thank you.
Another reason we appreciate you. All right, last question, gang. What is damn screens? What is, if we wanted to get someone into your work, what is the one audio or maybe more you would direct them to? AKA, what would be the quintessential Billy, Gaia, Carrie experience to introduce new listeners to your work? Just like run through your catalogs, or you know, I bet something is. It's very
Madam.
I have no shame.
I'm getting sticky.
Oh, I
bet
either.
You are.
I don't either.
Yeah, I bet.
But I'm just for the safety of your podcast. I'm trying to.
This is definitely rated R, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, I don't know.
It's definitely NC-17.
17? Ew.
Well, that's the rating. I'm not saying I want it. I don't want nobody I got to teach.
I know. I understand. That's gross.
I want to be taught, but yeah, I don't want children. Ew. 21 and up. Go ahead. What's your quintessential?
There we go.
Yeah. Actually, I like mine 30 to 55, but that's my key demo. Anyway.
I'm
What is
33.
a
I'm just
okay?
throwing that out
Cool,
there.
cool. Right,
How
right in
old?
that.
Wait, what did he say?
I'm 30.
What is
I'm
it?
33.
Great,
Just throwing it.
Okay.
great, great.
Perfect.
He's a baby millennial. Perfect.
Baby.
Write that down.
It's a good
Sweet baby.
baby.
It's a good age.
We'll get you a one.
I wrote down some other things. It's a great age.
Yeah.
You know what's
Yeah.
really fun? This
Lots
is
of
kind of a
energy.
side thing, but
Yeah,
so I
go
have
ahead.
one audience that I never. It's always sounds so strange to me to say it, but it's like I'm apparently like very popular in China, and like apparently these Chinese listeners, what they'll do is they'll take my, and I've given them permission because I'm like, well, if you can't access YouTube or anything else, it's fine.
Yeah.
But they take my not safe for work audios and remove the porn part of it, and then just upload it to a site called Billy, which is really funny.
That's so cute.
Isn't that funny?
That's so
and
cute.
but they thought I was like 19. Like
Oh,
they thought I was like
no.
this very like young man, and it was so funny when I talked to one of them who had been uploading these videos, and they're like, "You're fucking 33." I was like, "Yes."
I love it.
It's very funny.
I love it. That's great. Well, what's your like an audio you really love and you think that would be a good intro to your body of work? Just one you love or a recent one. Yeah, you're very prolific.
So I feel like if you like the yandere stuff, I would say "Boyfriend drunkenly reveals that he orchestrated your entire relationship" is probably my best performance. I like it's like
Drop
a 45
the
minute one, and I
links.
like monologue. I got the inspiration for the monologue from the movie Pearl. I don't know if you guys seen that movie. Very good. I feel like if you're a black woman and you're looking for something like that,
What a
I love the
coincidence.
one.
Yeah, we are.
I love the one that I made, which was I can't remember the name of it, but it's like you teach me how to better take care of my hair because I have really curly hair. Because I thought that was really cool because most of the audios that I've seen had been teaching your boyfriend how to take care of your hair.
Yeah.
And so I thought it would be kind of like a reverse comfort of like, oh, like, you know, he doesn't know how to manage this like crazy curly hair he has.
You've got satin pillowcases, don't you, Billy?
Oh, I do. I got the silk cap, and I go to curly hair stylist, and
Yeah, you do.
And then
Can you be cloned? Can you be cloned?
yeah, I'm
I
working
don't
on
need
it.
him to be cloned.
I'm working on it.
But there's only so much Billy to go around. He's already a workaholic.
And I'm gonna have some. What do you mean? What do you?
All right,
sorry,
fine.
what?
Everybody
Oh,
gets
that
one.
is a good list. Carrie, what about you? What are your hits?
That's a good question. I think there's an audio called Lucky Charm that is about an American college foreign exchange student in Australia or in New Zealand actually, and her rugby player
Stop it,
host brother.
bro.
Okay.
Y'all love a rugby player.
Yeah, them thighs. Talk about.
I got
thigh
a phone call in the middle there. Sorry. That's a popular one, and I think it does. It's a good intro. Very general. There's no kind of curve appreciation in that audio. I would say. I mean, my very first one was vacation shopping, which I think is a great way.
I did like that
a great
one,
example
yeah.
of both the banter that I like to write and also the curve appreciation.
I mean, fucking in a department store dressing room. What's better?
What's not to like, really?
Guy, what about you?
Oh goodness. Wow. Well, I think one of the scripts that I've written that it's probably the most popular one as far as apps go that I love is Smooth as Silk.
I love that one too.
It was a lot of fun to write, and I think it's like if you're looking to kind of see who I am as a person in a script, that's kind of what that is. It's textured hair care. There's lots of affirmation. There's lots of banter.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, I'm going to be real sweet to you because I'm really not going to be here in a minute, which I love. Yeah, I mean, I love that. So there's that one. But for people who don't have to sign up for apps, gosh, what would it be? I don't know. I feel like my Reddit catalog doesn't make any sense.
Well, the world doesn't make a whole lot of sense, so it probably makes more sense than the world.
It doesn't. So I think as far as I know, right? Like that was.
We like going deep. What did you say, guys?
I'm gonna need to sit down. I'm already sitting down, but that was a lot. Damn.
Well, yeah,
right.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm
I
profound.
think one of
I'm good with my mouth.
Oh. Did
Guy,
you still want me to answer this question?
Yeah, sure. I'm fine.
Okay. All right. I know this is my fault. I do this to you all the time. I have a script called Mine to Use. That's an F for M script. That's basically just, ironically, it's just like dominant woman come home and her little boy toy is waiting for her to do whatever she wants to him, and that was a lot of fun to write. That was a lot of fun. So it's like the flip side. There's like the sweet, wholesome, like we're in a relationship and I'm going to take care of you and then I'm going to rail you. And then there's the, I'm going to come home and just use you for whatever I want to do.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
we
one's
love
M
to
for
hear
F
it.
and one's F for M. And
we love to hear it. We love to see it.
Yeah.
Well, that concludes this roundtable. Folks, I really appreciate you guys for joining us. Thank you so, so much. And if you're going to continue to listen, we're going to go to our regularly scheduled podcast. Not in progress yet, but we'll be in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lunch at the Unfriendly Black Hotties podcast is a WBQC production. 2025, all rights reserved.